Today I'm going to make 5 chord progressions that hit 5 different emotions. My goal is to hit all the main emotions from happy to sad to scary to angry and others. So get ready, I'm about to take you on a merry-go-round of emotions. Or, no, that can't be right. A roller coaster? A roller coaster of emotions. Let's go. Chord progression number 1. You guys know how I roll. I'm going to start it off with creepy or spooky. We're going to be in the key of B minor, and we're going to do a progression of 1, 6, 4, 5 from the scale of B minor. That's going to be B, G, E, and F sharp. Okay, those are your root notes. So let's start it off on the B minor chord. Okay, I'm going to drop down to G in its root position. And then I'm going to jump up to E minor in its root position. And then I'll drop down to F sharp minor in root position. If you're just starting out, that's going to be the easiest way to play those chords in root position. But there's a technique called a cadence form which uses inversions of these triads, and that's the way that I would prefer to play this, so let me show you that now. I'm going to start out with the B minor in root position, but then I'm going to go to the G chord in first inversion, which is BDG. Okay. Then I'm going to the E minor in its second inversion, which is BEG, and then the F sharp minor will be A, C sharp, F sharp, which is first inversion. Okay, let me walk through that one more time. Here we go. Then, if I wanted to make it a little bit fuller, I could add the octave note of each chord. In this case, the B minor. I could add that B there for that. The G chord would have a G. The E minor, I could drop down to an E. And then the F sharp minor, I could go to the F sharp. There you go. Pretty creepy for your next song. Feel free to use it. I'm going to show you how to enter these 4 chord progressions into your DAW using a piano roll editor view or a MIDI controller. Okay, using the MIDI controller, the first thing you want to do is set up a MIDI instrument, and you want to make sure that it's active and you've got sound. And mine's good to go, and I've got it set at 80 BPM. Alright, check out what I've added to this. This turned out really great. So that's what you can do with a chord progression like this. You can turn it into something real and make it a tangible song for yourself. Chord progression number 2. This is going to be great for a slow ballad. We're going to kind of change the mood a little bit. It's going to be a feel-good style, maybe a love song. Let's start it off with a 1, a 6, a 3, and a 4. Okay, now with the chords, I could drop down to the A minor for the 6 there, up to the E minor, and up to the F. Okay, that would be the root position once again. Alright, now let's take a look at what the cadence pattern would look like, and it'll be smoother and more flowing from chord to chord. We'll do the C chord in root position. We'll do the 6th chord in first inversion, C, E, A. Then we'll go to the 3 chord in second inversion, B, E, G, and then we'll go to the 4 chord in its second inversion as well. Alright, and if I wanted to do that with the right hand and add a bass note, that might sound great. Let's try that. So the C chord, I could have that there like that with the C in the bass, A minor with the A in the bass, E minor with the E in the bass, and then the F with the F in the bass. There you go. There's the chord progression to your next love song. Alright, now let's insert this using the piano roll view. Here I am in the opening page. I'm going to select a MIDI module, and that's going to open up the piano view here, but I don't need that, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that and also this. So that way I'm just left with my track here, and I'm going to use from measure 2. I like to give myself a little space between the beginning of the track, and that way I can do some edits at the beginning. So from 2 to 6, we're going to go ahead and start punching some stuff in. I'm going to add a MIDI region right here. I'm going to extend it out for 4 measures. And I'm going to go and edit that down here at the bottom with the pencil. And we're starting it off with a C chord, so I'm going to grab my pencil tool here. And I'll start it off at C3 probably. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's try C3. And let's do longer note values of 1 bar. Alright, so let's just add the root notes first. That's the 1. There's the 6. And then next we'll need the 3. And then we need the 4, which was F. Alright, so now I'm going to add the other tones to these chords. The C chord had an E and a G note. And then the A minor had a C and an A, or C and E we have to add actually to that. And then E minor, we need to add the B and the G. And then the F chord, we need to add the C and the A. Alright, there we go. So those are all whole notes. Let's take a listen. Here's a little example of what you can do with this chord progression. Chord progression number 3. Let's make it a happy one this time. This could be good for an upbeat, feel-good kind of composition. We're going to be in the key of D on this one, and I'm going to start it off with the 1, to the 5, back to the 1, to the 4. Alright, so in the key of D that would look like this. We'll have a D major chord, to an A major, back to D major, to G major, Alright, those are all root positions. Now let's look at the inversions with the cadence pattern. I'm going to try that over here on the right hand. We've got the D in the root position there, and we want to go to an A chord next, so I want to do a first inversion with C sharp, E, and A. Back to D chord. And we're going to do that G chord in second inversion, which is D, G, B. Alright, now let's add the bass notes. We'll go with that D there, to the A there, back to the D, or I could add this low D, right, for that too, and this G here. One more time, let's try it again. All right, and obviously you'd want to speed that up depending on the situation. So there you go. There's the chord progression for your next feel-good, happy song. Here's an example for you. Progression 4. This is going to be a sad one. Let's make it for kind of a dark, melancholy tune, and let's do this in the key of A minor. Let's start it off with the 1. Then let's go to the 4, and to the 5, and we'll hit the 5 once again. So with the chords on that, we're going to have A minor. Let me take it up here an octave. To D minor, and E minor, and E minor once again. All right, now let's look at it with the inversions. A minor is going to be in root position, but the D minor, I'm going to put that in second inversion, A, D, F. Then I'm going to go to that E minor, and I'm going to go up for that as well. That's going to be in second inversion, B, E, and G. All right, now let's add the bass notes. I could add that A down there for the A chord there, and the D minor, maybe down low since we're doing kind of a dark, sad song here, and the low E as well. And there you go. There's the chord progression for your next sad song. And here's an example.
No matter how many times you say this before, no matter how many times you say this before,
Chord progression number 5 is going to be in the pop genre. It's going to be an all-around good chord progression for many types of songs. Let's start it off in the key of E minor, and let's do it on the 1. We'll go to the 6, the 3, and the 7. All right, with the chords now, E minor to C, to G, to D. Let me give that to you one more time. All right, now those are pretty wide jumps in root position, but you can use them. If that's best and easiest for you, feel free. It sounds cool too. But let's use the cadence now. Let's start it off on the E minor. And I'm going to go to the C chord in first inversion. And I'm going to go to the G chord in second inversion. And then I'm going to go to the D chord in root position. Okay, let's add some bass notes. Let's add the E with the E minor, the C, the G, and the D. There's a great chord progression for you for pop songs, amongst other genres as well. Don't stick to one. This will work for different types and different styles. And here's an example.
one of these sample tracks was your favorite? Leave a comment below and let me know.
If you like this video, check out this one next, and be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be sure to check out my new Shred 101 guitar course linked in the description below. I'll see you next time.